6 o'clock if we want to convene the meeting. I was sharing with Elizabeth that I had seen city records from 2015 when a similar meeting was held, when another owner wanted to rezone the property from the PUD designation that it has today that limits the 2 houses to office-only use. A couple from Saline had bought the property with the idea that they wanted to restore the homes to residential uses, a couple of apartments in each, and they were never successful in moving that forward due to some regulatory hurdles. And Mr. Alawi purchased the property about 5 years ago, has been trying to make a go of it with the office designations. Market's not great for offices, particularly in small old buildings like that, and we're having enough trouble filling offices downtown, let alone in a location like this. So he is seeking to rezone the houses to R3B, which is, R4C, which is the same zoning designation as everything around, as the rest of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And what is your name?
I'm sorry, my name is Emily Palacios. I'm Mr. Alawi's land use. Emily Palacios. Yes, I'm Mr. Alawi's land use attorney.
Okay.
So, gonna help him through the process.
All right.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you have questions?
Not yet.
No,
Nice
but
to
I'm
meet you.
pleased.
Nice to see you, Zachy.
I'm pleased that you're converting. I mean, the concept of it makes a lot of sense. Like converting office to residential. I think it's important to get more residential.
We're living in the work from home generation.
You guys probably, I mean, this is probably outside the scope of what we are dealing with here, but you've seen some of the properties that we looked at and improved, like for example, 418 North Division, and there's a newer building, newer as in built in the 60s, on 409 East Kingsley. And then most recently 410 North State.
That was the old meeting house. I'm pretty sure.
Tell me more about that.
Well, there's a lot of history. What you need to do, maybe we could get you a copy of Historic Ann Arbor, an architectural guide, which gives the histories of so many buildings in the community.
I know about some of them, but this one I didn't know about it. But it was.
Well, we've got a copy. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, we'll give you a copy.
So what do you think about the overall look, the way we painted it?
I think it's very pretty. The one on North State Street?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful job.
Do you remember how bad it was?
Yeah.
The white, pale white, rundown kind of look.
Yeah, well.
It really amazed me when I looked at it by the time we got done. So I thought people like you would really like it.
Well, our house was pretty dilapidated and dog-eared when we bought it.
Yeah.
And
you're very close to that house. You're like 4 houses away.
We're just around the corner.
Around the corner.
Yeah. No, I think you do a beautiful job on exterior restoration, and we did the same thing with our house. Our house was all covered with asbestos siding when we bought it. It looked totally different, and we did a lot of study, and we studied historical colors, and we hired an architect who guided the work in restoring the porch accurately and the different kinds of siding that were on the house. And we wanted to do it right because we love beautiful buildings. And we love our history too. We love the history of Ann Arbor.
Do you know much about 208 North Division? That's beautiful inside.
Let me look at the house.
I'd have to.
Yeah, let me look at
It's
it.
a corner of East Ann and North Division.
Which corner?
Will be the north east.
208.
Well, no.
I think you're talking about the Palmer Ryan house. North. When I see the house, sorry.
It's amazing inside.
No, that's one you own, right?
Yeah. But I only owned it in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the most important historic houses. It's the one you painted green and gold.
Yeah, and somebody didn't like that. I actually hired an interior designer to choose the color.
No, I think it looks beautiful.
Somebody in historic commission or historic,
Well, people have
yeah,
different opinions.
yeah, it was
But,
very critical.
no, that's a very, very important house.
And it looks nice on the outside now,
think so,
that it's that
yeah.
color.
Yeah.
And we plan to do a little bit more on landscaping and restoring the outside fence,
Oh, that's
that
good.
metal fence.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Palmer Ryan house, which was right across, it's right across the street. I believe you own that one as well, which is an extremely important house. It's inside and out. It has that incredible historic mural
Yes.
in the staircase. And,
Yes, and we really took very good care of it as
Yeah.
we.
there
did
were
some
lots of stories about that. At one time, they had
Yeah.
French severed doorknobs. Those disappeared a long time ago.
Huh.
But that was the most important corner of Ann Arbor for years,
Well,
for decades, before we moved there. Talking about the 19th century, yeah.
So what process are you using to convert, make the conversion from rental to homeowner?
well, no, right, it'll be rental units.
The rental units, that's, it'd be rental unit.
From
But-
office, you mean?
From
But do you need a zoning change or?
The property right now is zoned PUD because it was originally part of the Hobson Black campus that's there
Right.
Oh, yeah.
at
Yeah, I
North
drove
State
by
and
to
Huron.
see,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know, because the postcard doesn't tell the whole picture,
Yes.
so I drove by and, so you wanna convert it to housing
Yes.
from PUD, and that was,
PUD.
but that was part of that whole, I remember when Hobson Black redid that whole
Mm-hmm.
corner.
Yep, and they pretty much occupied all the buildings on the
Yeah.
corner. Their campus has shrunk over
Mhm.
time. And as part of the PUD, the use of the houses, or the residential buildings, is limited to office. You can't use them for any other purpose. It's that narrowly drawn in the PUD zoning that now controls the
Mhm.
property. So we've been working to get it rezoned to the residential classification that matches everything around it,
Yeah.
so that the interior can be reconverted back into
Mhm.
apartments.
So do you go to the zoning board of appeals for that? or is
No,
it-
we're going to the planning commission. Planning commission
Oh.
will be holding a public hearing. For the planning commission's public hearing, all of the owners all of the occupants within 300 feet will get noticed. For this meeting, we noticed everybody within 1,000 feet, which
Yeah,
was.
we're beyond 300 feet.
Yeah, which was, the city gave us the mailing addresses. We had over 2,000 postcards that went out for this meeting.
It's a very densely
It was,
occupied neighborhood.
yes, it's a
Right.
very densely occupied neighborhood, lots and lots of occupants. Yeah, we hired Colossus to handle all of the printing and the mailing, because it's a
Yeah.
big job to get that many postcards printed and stamped and in the mail, so.
Now, you'll go to the planning commission to ask for a zoning change,
Mhm.
right?
Yep,
And then,
the planning
Yeah.
commission makes a recommendation to city council,
yeah,
so
Then
they'll.
you go to city council. also.
Yes, then we go to city council, and city council will make the ultimate determination, because it's a legislative decision.
okay. What about, do you have to go to the historic district commission?
If he were making changes to the exterior of the building,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, one thing I can tell you is we recently supported a change from business use. It didn't come to us as a zoning change, but, the mail shop is being converted
Oh,
to residential use, and we supported that, and we support residential use in the neighborhood.
okay.
So, if you let us know when the planning commission meeting is, we would like to support
Oh,
converting the buildings to residential use.
that's very kind, we'd appreciate
Yeah,
that, we would.
we went to, in the case of the mail shop, it, was an issue that went to the historic district commission. So-
They plan to do things on the outside?
I would
Yes.
imagine.
Really?
Yeah, they added also an addition to the back, and they had change a number of features on the front, so they had to go to the historic.
Essentially, the house is restored to what it looked like.
Yeah, I've been inside it,
Yeah.
yeah, and.
On the exterior,
Yeah.
so, because
I-
the HDC only deals with, the exterior.
It just happened that I have the 5 houses to the right of that, all of
Mhm.
them. You've seen that, you
Yeah.
probably noticed that. These are all was done or redone.
Do you
On
know
the
Ryan
exterior.
Pantaleo?
Pantaleo.
Pantaleo, he's the one who owns that, the mail shop and is going through the renovations.
Is he the seller or is he the new
Oh, he's
buyer?
the owner.
He's the new
He's the
buyer,
new
new owner.
He's the new owner, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about this story. I mean,
Yeah.
I was offered the chance to
Excuse me.
purchase it first and I declined.
So, is there, how many apartments do you envision in these two houses?
Well, there are two houses and we think it's probably most likely will be either single family on the right, single family on the left, or possibly 2 units on the right and 2 units on the left.
Okay, okay.
What is your timetable?
For
For going in front of the planning.
Yeah, when do you
commission,
anticipate, I was going to put it on my calendar.
Once we get through this meeting, the planning staff will confirm for us the date of the meeting that we'll be moving forward at. I'm expecting it to be a date in November.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, well, you have our contact information.
Yes, we'll let you
On the
know.
signing sheet,
Mhm.
sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
And we have supported, so many issues in improving the residential aspect of the neighborhood. And we've lived there ourselves for 45 years, so.
Yeah, maintaining the buildings requires an income stream, and the residential will allow for that,
Mhm.
right?
Are those two buildings considered historically significant?
I don't think so.
They're within
No.
the Old Fourth Ward
They're-
Historic
But
District.
not historically.
But I don't think they're considered contributing.
So that way,
And
I
I
don't
don't
think you
know.
need to go in front of the historic commission.
Oh, yes,
Even if it's,
I think even if it's
Yeah,
not contributing,
yeah.
you still have to go.
oh, so
Yes.
whatever you do has to be fit with the context of the neighborhood,
Yeah.
that's probably.
Yeah.
okay.
It is the oldest residential neighborhood of Ann Arbor. It's very important that we honor that material history.
we most likely would not do any exterior. I mean, it's our principle in dealing with the historic houses we have is not to do any changes.
Okay.
Okay,
As
good.
much as possible, maintain it and restore it if it's
Okay.
necessary.
Well, whatever governmental body you have to go before, please let us know.
We will, I would imagine we will be in front of the planning commission in November, and then it's a 2-step process at city council, because I believe there's 2 readings involved in the ordinance adoption process. So that would probably take us into December. With the holidays, we might drift into January.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, do you happen to have a pic, I didn't bring the flyer.
I will, 7/17. Oh, okay, you got it.
Jeff, this is a nicer picture if you want to look at this colorful one.
I think it's the same picture.
It's the same
It's the
picture,
same, but
just
because it's color.
Oh, yeah, it's a little more detailed.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
I thought that one of the houses had a big show window almost put in, but that's the next,
Yeah,
the next block.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
It's actually next door, I think.
yeah,
Isn't there a church or something in there?
that's further down.
Oh, it's further down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Canterbury House, is that?
That's what I'm
historic?
talking about,
Canterbury
yeah.
House.
Canterbury
yeah.
House. In fact, it was 2 representatives of Canterbury House who came to the public participation meeting in 2015. That's who I was
Yeah.
thinking we might see here tonight, because they were curious at the time about the possibility of having it converted to
Yeah.
residences from office.
We are supportive of residential, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see you having any trouble for doing it.
No,
'Cause
the
they-
real trouble has been just getting the city to take the application.
Yeah.
That was the trouble.
So-
We were glad that they amended the ordinance
Yeah.
when they did,
Okay,
because
Okay.
it really got us moving.
well, I have no further questions. We're gonna wait for you guys to let us know when you're gonna be going in front of the planning commission.
We will,
Okay,
Sounds great.
because we would appreciate the support.
okay. Is there anything else you needed to share, or are we good?
No, nothing on my end. We're really here to answer questions, allow you to talk to the property owner and figure out what the project's about.
Just curious, why are you guys interested in changing into residential from whatever?
Because the
else?
city, for one thing, we as an the Old Fourth Ward Historic District Association has been accused of not wanting increased density in the neighborhood.
Nothing could be further.
Because they feel that historic homes prevent you from tearing them down to build, big multiplexes.
Well, also, those two houses were originally residences. And one of the wonderful things I think about historic buildings is their flexibility. Our house was a boarding house at one time. It's now a single family house, has been since we lived there. So it's been a lot of different things over its 135 years. And I think and I talked about the house on North State that Zachy owns. It was a meeting house when it was built. It's a beautiful building, but it wasn't built as an apartment or a residence at all. But it's beautiful, and it's part of the story of this town, and the changes are part of the story of Ann Arbor. So it just seems logical that if they are not used as offices, and this is a challenge throughout the country, maybe the world, with a lot of people working from home now, then let's find another use for these buildings.
Right.
I think that that's a logical step.
I was actually, this is again a different subject, I was surprised that I saw people proceeded with altering the two houses on State Street near
And
yeah. I mean, there's quite a significant addition in the back going on.
that was approved by the HTC.
I was surprised with that.
Yeah. So,
You're not talking about the one on Division?
no,
No.
it's
No,
on
it's the one
State
on
Street.
State Street, okay.
Well, so,
But the following through, we've been, our association has been accused of increasing density. This is an example of how, and the problem is with the comprehensive land use plan that's coming up, it may very well be possible to tear down single-family homes in other areas where the land cost is less to build multiplexes. I'm opposed to that. This is different. This is you're preserving, historically significant structures and changing it so that you're having more people living there, which is perfectly in line to what we're sort of talking about.
Yep, keeps the fabric of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Where are you talking about they plan to erase single family and build?
There's the planning commission right now created a comprehensive land use plan.
they're in the
And
process.
I can send you the link to it, but basically, it's talking about changing zoning all over the city, and getting rid mostly single-family homes, and changing them to what's called transition districts in a number of different areas, which will allow you, particularly in areas that are not historic, to tear down single-family homes and put up multiplexes with the goal of increasing density. It's a big, huge debate.
Yeah, I've been following it. It is a very contentious
It's a
issue.
very contentious issue.
Yep.
And the goal of this, supposedly, the proponents of this are saying, well, if we add more density, it's going to improve affordability. The reality is that by increasing density, you're increasing the property values. The property taxes are going to go up if you knock down houses and build new multifamily, dwellings there, and then there's a flow of external capital coming in, and if you create more density, you're not going to decrease the cost of housing. So they've been pitching this to improve affordability, and I totally disagree with that. I don't see any of this as improving affordability.
I'm seeing lots of tear downs of single family homes being replaced by very large
know.
single family homes. I
Well, that's
live
happening, a
up
lot
in
of
the,
mansions going
just
up.
to the northwest of the city, just into Ann Arbor Township. We're kind of an island that's smashed between Scioto Township, the city of Ann Arbor, and the river. A little tiny island of Ann Arbor Township, and you drive down Newport Road, and there have been a lot of tear downs.
Yeah.
Same way when you're coming up Water Hill, a lot of tear downs in that old neighborhood with very large new single-family homes going up. It's pretty breathtaking.
They say that there's a huge shortage of multi-million
Oh,
dollar
high-end homes.
high-end homes across the United States.
Oh, interesting.
People are not, it used to be the opposite to that 10 years ago. People were saying there's a lot of these large, expensive homes. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
strange
there was
how the market goes.
Yeah, there was a ranch on Newport that sat empty for the longest time, and then just a couple weeks ago they came in and
Took it down.
and there's a very large foundation going in.
Well, the areas at greatest risk are those with the property values are lower. No one is expecting them to take down 3 or 4 houses in Burns Park and build, multiplex, because the cost of the housing
Right,
there is so
yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
It doesn't make an economic sense.
Yeah, there's no
to me.
economics there.
But in other areas across the city, where the housing is a lot lower, those homes, I think, are at greater risk.
I think if this process continues, even homes in other areas such as Burns Park will eventually, I'm not talking in 5 or 10 years, but eventually it'll be targeted.
May very well be. I don't know.
So it's a process, if it keeps going out of hand like this, it'll be really going out of hand.
Yeah. And we sort
That's
of
what the
believe
future will bring.
in historic preservation as to the culture, the whole community aspect of it across the city. That's why we're so in favor of historic preservation. But it's not enough to preserve it. We're involved in educating people about the value and what historic preservation brings to the community. And so we're involved in trying to send that message.
That's an interesting topic. I'd like to hear about it sometime.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Well, this afternoon we had a meeting of the Ann Arbor Preservation Alliance, so we're going to be putting together all sorts of links where you can read all about different aspects of historic preservation and why it's important.
I mean, I love it because I love anything historic, and I love everything that has a character. But I like to look at
Yeah.
possibly
It's just
what
in the beginning stage. We'll make sure that when we get our, all of our online materials together. But in the meantime, we'll get you that book because you can read about countless buildings in Ann Arbor and who lived there and why those buildings are important. They tell important stories about the community.
Yeah, just let us know. We've got one down in our basement, so it's a matter of figuring out the best time to, get it to you. But it's there.
Yeah, we've
So
got
next
it.
time you're in an area,
They
stop
were
by.
published by the Ann Arbor Historical Foundation. I'm the president of that.
So, all good.
All
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming.
You are most welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having the meeting.